In a world where gospel music meets the pulpit, you don't often expect fireworks, but that's exactly what happened this week. A stunning confrontation inside a packed church service left thousands speechless and social media in a frenzy. Pastor Gino Jennings, known for his bold, no-nonsense preaching, publicly called out and then kicked out gospel singer Luandrea Johnson, in the middle of a live service. And it wasn't quiet. It wasn't behind closed doors. It happened in front of everyone. Now, fans, followers, and critics alike are asking, what happened behind the scenes? What led to this dramatic fallout between one of the most controversial pastors in America and one of gospel music's most beloved, and misunderstood, voices? Grab your seat. Because this isn't just a church story. It's a clash of culture, beliefs, and personalities. And it might change how you see both of them. To understand the weight of this moment, we need to start with the man at the center of the storm, Pastor Gino Jennings. Known for his hardline teachings and fiery sermons, Jennings is the founder of the First Church of Our Lord Jesus Christ, headquartered in Philadelphia. With branches across the U.S. and abroad, his church has grown steadily thanks to Jennings' unfiltered preaching style and viral online sermons. But let's be honest, he's no stranger to controversy. He preaches strict holiness. No makeup. No jewelry. No women pastors. No secular music. He believes in traditional gender roles, modesty in appearance, and direct obedience to what he interprets as biblical law. Some call him a truth-teller. Others say he's extreme. But whether you agree or not, one thing is certain, Gino Jennings does not hold back. And he expects everyone in his presence to respect the spiritual atmosphere he sets. Then there's Luandrea Johnson, a woman who needs no introduction in gospel music circles. The powerhouse vocalist rose to fame after winning Season 3 of BET's Sunday Best, stunning judges and viewers with her raw, soulful voice. She quickly became a household name, even going on to win a Grammy Award for Best Gospel/Contemporary Christian Music Performance. But her journey has not been without hardship. Luandrea has been open about her battles, with alcoholism, mental health, church hurt, and being misunderstood by the religious establishment. She's been praised for her authenticity, but also criticized for her transparency. Still, her fan base remains strong. Many connect with her because she's real. She sings from the depths of her experience, her pain, and her faith. She brings something to the stage that can't be faked. So what happens when someone like Luandrea walks into the church of someone like Gino Jennings? Well, as we saw, sparks fly. It started out like any regular Sunday service. Pastor Gino Jennings was preaching, the congregation was settled, the worship was flowing. According to eyewitnesses, Luandrea Johnson was invited to attend the service, not to perform, but simply to join in worship. But something shifted. Multiple sources claim that Luandrea, sitting near the front row, stood up, clapped, and spoke in tongues during a portion of the service, something Jennings apparently viewed as out of order. That's when the moment happened. In a video now circulating online, Pastor Jennings paused his sermon, looked directly at her, and said, "You can take your noise and get out. This is a house of order. Get out." The church fell silent. Luandrea appeared stunned, and for a brief moment, just stood there. Then, with her head held high, she exited the sanctuary. The clip went viral within hours. Some were shocked. Others weren't surprised at all. But everyone was talking. Jennings' camp hasn't released an official statement, but those familiar with his teachings point to his strict policy on church protocol. In his sermons, Jennings has often warned against what he calls emotional chaos during service, especially when it appears staged or out of alignment with the sermon. To him, worship is sacred, structured, and led by appointed men, not led by feelings or performance. If Jennings felt that Luandrea's actions were disruptive or attention-seeking, even if well-intentioned, then his reaction, in his view, was justified. But others ask, was it necessary to publicly humiliate her? So far, Luandrea Johnson has remained mostly silent about the ordeal, posting only a cryptic message on Instagram that read, "I've been rejected before. But this one cut deep. She didn't mention Jennings by name, but it was clear who the message was for. Fans immediately flooded her comments with support. "You don't deserve that. You are anointed whether they recognize it or not. God sees your heart." Meanwhile, Jennings' defenders rallied online, saying he had every right to protect the spiritual integrity of his service. One user wrote, "Church is not a concert. He did what needed to be done." Others weren't so forgiving. "There's a way to correct someone without demeaning them. That was about power, not God." The internet is now divided, with two powerful communities, gospel and holiness, standing on opposite sides of the debate. But this isn't just about two people. This incident has sparked a larger conversation about the culture clash in the modern church. Can structure and freedom coexist in worship? Is there room for transparency in holiness churches? And does the church still know how to welcome the broken, or only the polished? Luandrea represents the raw, unfiltered side of gospel music. She brings the story of redemption through visible scars. Jennings represents structure, holiness, and tradition, where reverence comes before emotion. Both believe they're serving God. But the moment where those two worlds met, something broke. Whatever side you're on, one thing is clear. Something powerful happened in that church. Whether it was discipline or disrespect, order or ego, it's a moment that will be remembered for years in gospel circles. For Luandrea, it's another chapter in her journey, one she survived before. For Jennings, it's another statement in a ministry defined by hard truths and sharp edges. But for the rest of us, it's a reminder that even in places of worship, we are all still learning. Still human. Still trying to find the balance between truth and grace. The question is, will this moment bring healing? Or will it divide the church even further? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think. Was Pastor Gino Jennings right to ask Luandrea to leave? Or did he go too far? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the biggest moments in gospel, entertainment, and celebrity culture, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss what's next. Because this story is far from over.